is staying with us. Yeah,
Oh,
my
nice.
yeah, my dad's staying with us, and so he's 100% Polish. He's my Polish side of the family, and so he went out this morning and got punchkis for us. I don't know if you've heard of what punchkis are.
Oh, of course, it's a big
Yeah,
thing.
it's a big thing in the Polish community. It's like a really heavy, doughy, delicious, jelly donut kind of thing. And so, he's been craving like the ones that his grandmother made him, which these are not those, but they're, as close as we're gonna get today.
Wow, that's kind of fun. I haven't had one of those in years and years and years. Um, one of the contracts I had was with a company and they had a state-of-the-art fitness center. It was beautiful. And these guys are bringing boxes and boxes. I'm like, all right, your workout today. So anyway, but let's talk about sexy, sensual sleep in honor
Let's do
of
it.
the month of love.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the things that we wanted to touch base on is reiterating what we already have talked about with interrupted sleep. I'll let you kind of kick it off.
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't want to belabor the point. We've talked about interrupted sleep. That was our September Sleeping in Seattle sisters. And we can put a link in the recording notes, etc., to go back and check out that episode. But, common sense stuff when your sleep is interrupted, you want to just be gentle and kind to yourself, try to get back to sleep as quickly as possible, you know, alter
Yeah, and
your
have
environment.
right conversations with your partner. Make sure that if you've got the pets and the kids hanging out with you, maybe it becomes more like a special event, once or twice a month, a slumber party. Uh, you just really have to value sleep and become your own sleep expert. And if it's interrupting your sleep patterns, then you've got to make some changes. And those changes could be too with lifestyle, sleep hygiene,
Yeah. And we
anything
talked a
else
lot
you
about
could think.
that in the previous
Yeah.
episodes, where we were talking about just making minor changes or sometimes big changes, but in a way that puts the value and the priority on the sleep that you need to fuel and store your life and help your life be as beautiful and blissful as we might want.
Yeah, so that's a little bit, and we would love to hear from people. I mean, tell us, how do you get around interrupted sleep? We talked about having to use the bathroom and self-soothing yourself to go back to sleep. So part of the sensual sexual aspect of sleep is really valuing yourself just like you would a lover, a friend, somebody that you really care about, your pets, your children, and really knowing that you sleeping well affects everything and everyone.
Yep.
And sometimes we just have to make those adjustments and assess what does need to be adjusted and then reassess and readjust. Our,
Yep.
our ages affect it. It could be the environment, travel. There's so many things that interrupt our sleep. And if we don't address it, uninterrupted or interrupted sleep multiple days can lead to frustration, fear, hyperarousal that we're not going to be able to sleep, which then can set us into a pattern of insomnia or just not being able to sleep consistently and have quality sleep. So we don't want to belabor it, like you said, but we did really want to emphasize again that this is an important aspect of valuing your sleep so that you can
Yes.
be sensual and
Yeah,
sexual.
and being able to show up fully for the people in your life that you love and care about.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's all
Okay.
connected.
Yes. So then we were like addressing the Sleep Blissful book. And on page 17, 18, I talk about touch. And
Hmm.
so when you think of sensual sexual sleep, the skin is the largest organ of the body. And whether it's the fabric or the firmness of the mattress or the type of pillow that you use, those are all things that affect our skin.
Hmm.
And I think you were saying about temperature too, because
Hmm.
you husband, again, temperature
What
affects our skin and our sleep.
it does, and it affects my sleep differently now that I'm past 45, than it did when I was in, my 20s. But I sleep really hot now. And so we sleep with a fan going. My husband has all the blankets. I have like the lightest little thing. And that works. Like having separate sort of bedding and stuff, it works really well. And then like if I do get cold, I can throw some blankets on over me. Like they're right there. If I like wake up in the middle of the night and like, oh, I'm a little cold, I can like, adjust, stick a leg out, those kinds of things. But yes, we definitely need different temperatures for our best sleep. And so we figured out a way to make sure that I stay cool and he stays warm.
Yes, and scientifically, you want your bedroom to be 60 to 73 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 to 22 degrees Celsius. So you do want it on the cool side, but yes, you probably in the winter would like some flannel sheets, maybe an electric blanket, although we don't want that blanket, not just for safety, but just the electric current that is affecting your nervous system. But so yeah, look at your bedding as well and try to use organic natural fibers as much as possible. If you do wear jammies, then the same holds true. And I want people to go even further and explore what is their fabric or their detergents and if they use a
Yes.
softener.
Oh my gosh, I am super allergic to fragrance. Um, and I did not know that for a long time. And so like clothes were super itchy on me. And I'd figured out that I had a wool lanolin allergy, but like beyond that, things were still really itchy. And it wasn't until we went to like free and clear detergents that I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. My clothes don't like anger my skin anymore. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, and I've been kind of preaching that for 20 some years,
Yeah.
knowing that that also affects our whole system. So I'm not going to go too far, but I want people to understand that all the toxins that we're taking in, all the chemicals are surrounding us, right? They're not just the pollution in the air, but they're all of the detergents and things like that. It's pretty common now. 20 years ago, it was like, what are you talking about? But the,
Right.
the thing is that our liver has to process and eliminate and help our systems to detoxify, if you will. Well, that's
Mm-hmm.
really challenging to do. And guess one of the organs that helps us detoxify? The
Our
skin.
skin.
So it's all connected. It's all super important. Maybe just start with a few household products. Maybe it's just your laundry detergent. I know it can be a little bit more expensive, but it's going to help your body overall and it will probably help your sleep too.
Well, and we can save folks some money if we're worried about it because really all you need is the detergent. Like, don't add extra scented beads, don't add like softeners. Those just add extra chemicals that stay on your fabric. And then when you stick stuff in the dryer, don't bother with dryer sheets. Just use those dryer balls, even just a tennis ball, like an old tennis ball will work. And that's a lot less buildup of those materials on your clothes and on your sheets and on your towels. So yeah, not to belabor it, but yes, it seems like maybe it would be more expensive, but you really only need the one product. You can eliminate all those other products.
Yes, and let's talk a little bit too about the bedding.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not only true for the bedding, but also your mattress. So you may
Mm-hmm.
want to, and this I'm going to tell a little bit of a story here. So I'm working actually at the same fitness facility at this company, and there's guys are running on the treadmills, and I'm always like chatting with them. And one of them was complaining about his back. So, like a detective, I'm like, okay, well, how old are your shoes? And let's look at this range of the incline and all of that. And then I don't know why, but it just occurred to me. I said, how old is your mattress? And he said, oh, I don't know, 20 years. I'm like, 20 years. I said, well, you and your wife might want to investigate or invest in some in another mattress. And he's like, oh no, they're so expensive. I said, oh my gosh, you can do a payment plan and in 2 years have this whole thing paid off, but you really need to change your mattress every 8 years at least. Definitely flip it, spin it, do whatever you need to do, because sure enough, a couple of weeks later, no back pain, got his mattress. He and his wife went mattress shopping, right?
Which is
So
such a fun thing
everything,
to do with your partner too. Like, I don't know. I love mattress shopping. Like when we bought we have one of those inflatable, like you could change the inflation of each side of the bed and stuff. But it was fun. It's kind of a romantic thing to do. Go with your partner to find a
oh my
bed.
gosh, I love it. Yeah, yeah, maybe that's a date night.
Heck yeah. Yes.
The other thing, and I'm going to probably have to get off my screen share for just a, my background for just a second, because I want people to also see this pillow. And so that's the other thing, is that you really want to, just like the mattress, consider your pillow. And I know this doesn't seem like sensual sleep, but it really is. So
Oh gosh,
this is
yes.
this is the Twilla, and the Twilla pillow, and I've got a 15% off coupon. So what I love about this is, first of all, it has self-cooling pads, and the
Hmm.
pods can adjust the pillow. So if you're a side sleeper or a back or whatever, you can adjust this pillow with these pods. And because of the fabric that they use, you can clean it, you can laundry it. And it just, so anyway, that, and it's super soft. Like it's soft, but it's still with the pods, you can make it firm or put more of them in or take more out. So I just wanted to share that as well, because your pillow makes a huge difference. If you're not sleeping well, it could be that your neck, your head, you're just not sleeping well with your pillow.
And we spend a third of our life sleeping. So the equipment that we have for that is worth an investment. If you're gonna spend money on an exercise bike that you're not even gonna use, you can spend money on your bed and your pillows and your bedding, all your sheets that you're gonna use every single night.
I love that you said that. Yes, a third of our lives.
Third of
And
our lives.
that time that we're sleeping is actually investing into our waking time.
It is. It's gonna make you a much kinder, better human. A
More
100%.
productive, more alert, more better memory. I mean, the list goes on and on. A couple other things is that Twilla does have a huggable pillow. It may not have to be Twilla, but I love it because, again, you can adjust it. So sometimes a huggable pillow is sensual for people, or just comforting. So that might be a suggestion that you
I
want
use
to
one. I
try.
use a side pillow, like it's a big firm pillow, and I use it to help support like I'm a side sleeper, so I use it to help keep my shoulders in alignment.
Yeah, exactly. And again, then when you're comfortable and you're supported with your body, you're going to sleep better, deeper. So it
Yeah.
makes sense, right?
And I
I know I
toss and turn less. Like at first my husband was like, "How many pillows do we need in our bed?" And I was like, "No, no, no, this is going to be awesome." And he was like and he's like, "You do toss and turn less." It's true.
yeah, I love that. Oh my gosh, that's great. So that was, oh, and the other thing I wanted to talk about, because again, I'm thinking, okay, this is like sensual, sexual is what we wanted to focus on.
Yep.
So the other thing is your own self massage, unless you have somebody that you can give a little foot massage or scalp massage, or yourself. And if you can use warm coconut or sesame oil, that
Mm.
also will penetrate into the skin. It's a natural ingredient. Your liver and everything knows what to do with it. And it can be really relaxing, warming your feet, uh, taking a bath in Epsom salts, especially if it has some essential oils like lavender or ginger to reduce the inflammation and relax the muscles. Those are all things that you can do that are sensual and soothing and will help you to sleep better.
And yeah, there's the sensual, soothing, relaxing, and they're all things that you're doing that are not that are sort of calming rather than stimulating your nervous system, right? Like so that's all the kind of stuff you want to do before bed. even if you're doing it with a partner and like we think of like touch as stimulating and sensual, it's the kind of stimulation that's giving you relaxation and warmth and soothing rather than activating your adrenal glands.
Yes, and let's go ahead and talk about partners because
Yeah.
that is a big piece of the sensual sexual experiences that we can have. And we wanted to talk about the bedroom because the
Yes.
bedroom, right, it serves many purposes.
Hmm. It
Yep.
does. It's like a
And
sanctuary.
yeah, exactly. So if we think about sleep and that being with our partner or even ourselves and just luxuriating in that time of cuddling or pillow talk, um, yeah, even a brunch Sunday or something. I mean, right? There's many ways we can use the bedroom for other activities that
Yeah,
aren't just, procreating or, and sleeping, but all these other
intimacy.
ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the so radically, I think we can even talk about how the bedrooms, like where you sleep and where you are for intimacy, don't have to be the exact same spaces. You can have a shared bed for intimacy, for cuddling, for snuggling, for pillow talk, for Sunday brunch, for massages, all of that. You can have that space for that. But if you really need a super firm mattress and your partner needs a super soft mattress and you're just never going to find one that works for both of you, or whatever, they toss and turn, they just like want to be alone, like whatever it
Snoring.
is.
Yeah. They have to get
Yes.
up at a certain time for work and you want an extra hour's worth of sleep. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah. You can sleep separately and still be in love. You could do it. It's like permission granted. You can value your sleep and still be a great loving couple if you don't always or ever actually go to dreamland together in the same bed.
Yeah. And when you and I were prepping for this, we were talking about TV in the 50s and 60s, and there was always two twin beds
Mm-hmm.
in in all the couples. Um, and
Oh yeah.
so we just wanted to like open up that possibility of a conversation you may have or a different sleep environment you might want to adopt in that you can take each other on a date night to your own separate bedrooms if that helps you to have that sleep that is so
Mm-hmm.
necessary. And you can also be creative. I mean, I loved when you were sharing about just reorienting the sleep position.
Yes. I think because the way we view our environment helps to create habits and routines, right? So like how we orient ourselves in a space. And I don't know if you've noticed, like I do my yoga, like I always do it facing the same window. And so like if I just switch which window I'm facing, I'm like, oh hey, my yoga is all different now.
Your
Even if it's the
perspective
same.
your perspective is different.
Yes, even if it's the same routine. And so bringing that same idea into, your bedroom space, your sanctuary, you can orient yourself one way for together time, and you can orient yourself the other way for sleeping. And I know that maybe sounds weird, but like it's not that strange to take the pillows from one end of the bed to the other. It's really
Right.
not.
We're inviting you to be creative
Yeah.
and we're inviting you to look at your sleep habits and maybe try a tip or two. You can always go back if you don't like something, but it does support the possibility of you having more consistent quality sleep. And
Hmm.
that's our mission. And
Yes.
we also have our own products that we want to share with you too. I want you to talk a little bit about the sleep list and how people
Yes.
can go to that.
Yeah, and so sleep lists are available at sleeplist.com or wherever you get your podcasts. I recite lists to help you fall asleep. That's why it's called sleep lists. And so you can get those for free wherever you listen to podcasts or on my website. I highly recommend turning them on just as you're getting into bed and getting ready to go to sleep, and then just let them play. They'll like your sleep list will play out. You can set up a series of them if you want, but they can also just, pick the one you like and you can listen to it over and over again, try different ones. The subjects vary
Yeah.
from presidents of the United States to breeds of sheep. It's really quite like vast, and they're just getting more and more. So I highly encourage it. And if you want to listen to a sleep list and your partner doesn't, that's a really good reason to have separate spaces.
Or just use your headphones,
Yes, that's
your
true.
earbuds and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. And I wanted to just again reiterate the Twilla pillow. And you can find that on my website. The link is there. And then just type in Bliss 15 for 15% off. And the other thing I really love about the Twilla pillow is that they have a 100-night guarantee. So try it out. If you don't like it, make those adjustments. If it doesn't work out, you can always send it back. But I'm having great success, and I've had a lot of clients now that have used it as well. So
That's so
that is
cool.
about that. Yeah, absolutely. And then we just wanted to share with you about next month, which will be Tuesday again, May 12th from 10 a.m. to about this time, 20 minutes or
Hmm.
so. And then you want to share what's about?
I'm super excited. We're going to talk about perimenopause and menopause and sleep and getting sleep during perimenopause and menopause. So,
Yeah.
this is not just for women. I think every man who has a female partner should join in and understand what their partner is going through as much as we as women need to understand what we're going through and how we can help ourselves get a better night's sleep during the change.
Yeah, so we'll share some secrets and some
Hmm.
wisdom and
Yes.
give us some feedback. We really appreciate it. We've been doing this now, what,
Oh gosh,
August?
is this our sixth? I think this is our sixth episode. This is our
Yeah,
sixth
so
month. Yeah.
we're in happy Valentine's Day. What a great way to celebrate.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. And thank you, Helen.
Thank you, Barbara. It's always a pleasure. You're my favorite sleeping in Seattle sister.
Yes, I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.